Hello, welcome beautiful, vibrant souls. So today's pick a card reading. Today is November 1st, at least like as I'm filming. And this is, the time where the veil is at its thinnest. We just had All Hallows Eve, Halloween, Samhain, however you know it to be, the day prior. Today's Dia de los Muertos. And the veil between the spirit realm and our realm is at its thinnest. So I wanted to take this opportunity to do a mediumship messages. Now I want to say that while I'm filming this during this time, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you stumble across it, know that the guidance is still meant for you. So the way that this is going to kind of work is that I have 3 piles to choose from as usual. There will be archetype cards in each pile to talk about the energy of the loved one coming through, as well as message cards to get messages from them, tarot for additional qualities about this person to help you kind of narrow down who this might be that's reaching out to you from the other side. And then a couple of oracle cards, and I'll pull further tarot on camera to kind of talk about messages they want to pass along. Now these might just be messages from this person. This could be somebody that you were very close to. This could even be a pet that's crossed over. This could be, ancestors in your lineage that you didn't necessarily know, but they want to come through with a message. So I'm leaving it open because it will be different from pile to pile. I would say for this reading, if you get partway through the reading and it doesn't resonate, possibly pick another pile. Just because I'm going to be kind of honing in on a very specific energy or like set of energies for each one. So that's just like a little kind of something to keep in mind. So yeah, excuse me, that's how your readings are going to work. I do want to share some kind of channeled information briefly for the collective before we get started. So for those of you who just want to skip ahead, we have groups 1 with the heart chakra stone that says I love. Group 2 with the solar plexus chakra stone that says I do. I don't know why I said it like that. And group 3 with the throat chakra stone that says I speak. So if you want, you can head down to the timestamps in the description box and head right to your selected pile. But if you'd like to stick around for some collective messages, I'd love to have you. So with that, excuse me. Okay, something I was getting for the collective is that this is really a time where your loved ones beyond the veil, your spirit guides, your higher self, are really trying to support and guide you toward your authenticity. There's something where the mask needs to come off, and this makes sense actually because right now we have Neptune retrograde up until I believe the end of the month, if my memory serves me correctly. It's either the end of, no, you know what? It's actually in the end of December. I'm sorry. I have a little board behind me with all the Astro transit dates for the next, the upcoming month. And it's the next month. It's in December. So we're still in this period of time right now where there's a lot of disillusionment. And especially where it's retrograde in Pisces, there's a lot of seeing things very clearly. Secrets that you have kept from yourself, secrets that your soul keeps from you in order to not, overly influence or negatively impact your learning journey in this lifetime. And this is what your passed on loved ones are trying to kind of assist you with in their own way. And this is going to be different for everybody just because everybody's journeys are so unique and beautiful. But this is kind of the collective energy, is we're being brought closer to ourselves, right? When we think about, it's Scorpio season, we think about this time of year. This is really that kind of 8th house energy where it is about death and rebirth. This is also a time where the ego is stripped away, and in intimate, I almost said intimate commitments. Okay, so for some of you, this definitely applies to very, very strong bonds that you hold within your life. Very, very special connections of all kinds, not just, romantic, but very special connections in your life. So, this 8th house energy in terms of intimate connections is where, the me is really stripped away to make room for the we. But just for an individual level, this is where you go through that level of ego death. What's not actually you, your soul's true essence, is kind of stripped away in layers. So another layer is being peeled back to get you closer to your authentic true self in order to get in alignment with a life, and what I'm hearing is like details of your life that are more in alignment, but like more energizing. What they're showing me is like imagine you're decorating a room. They're like showing me all these like little tiny decorative details, and it doesn't make or break the space, right? You know, it doesn't make it less functional, less usable, but it's kind of like if over time, you know, you just sort of start to not really resonate with any of the things you used to like, over time, you know, you go into your room, your sacred space, and it's, you know, your home, whatever that might be for you, and it starts to feel less and less like yours, right? It starts to feel less and less like you live there. And there's something here about these small little background details of your life, the set dressing of your life needs a tune-up, because it's actually draining your energy more than you might be aware of. And it's not like, you know, I'm not getting like alarm, you know, SOS kind of, you know, seriousness of draining your energy. But there's something here where you guys are preparing for a new chapter in your lives, a new adventure. And it's really important to kind of clear out all of the old that's not in alignment, even things that seem like they're, you know, unrelated, or it's kind of like this energy of, you know, oh, this could be better, but you know, it's not bad. I feel like a lot of people who are drawn into this reading might be going through that, where it's like, oh, you know, this is fine for now, or I wish it was like this, but it's really not bad. Like, that's the energy more than anything else, is it's really not that bad. And so your passed on loved ones are really here to help address these things with you. So that was just something I was picking up for channeled information for the collective. So with that, I'm going to start with the groups. Once again, we have group 1 with the heart chakra I love stone, group 2 with the solar plexus chakra I do stone, and group 3 with the throat chakra I speak stone. So if you need more time, please pause the video, take as much time as you need, meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you, and once you have picked one that you feel best resonates or you feel the most drawn to, head down to the timestamps in the description box below. With that, I'm going to get started with group 1. Oh, it's running away. Stay, little stone. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Don't fall. Don't do it. All right. Hey, group 1. So, for everybody who's attracted to this heart chakra stone, first of all, the loved one that's coming through, really, you guys are connected to the heart chakra, so they really love you. I feel like this is somebody that you knew, you had a relationship with in this lifetime. I'm getting very much a grandparent kind of energy, particularly strong grandmother. And even if you didn't know them super well, it's like you had these really fond memories. You might just like associate these little things with them. Like they're showing me those the little hard candies in the orange cellophane wrappers. Or like they're also showing me Werthers. So do with that as you will. But whoever this is, at the very least, like even if you were really young, because they're showing me, the kids they're showing me can't be more than the ages of like 5 to 7. So even if like you don't have a lot of strong memories with this person remembers being with you. They remember every second of the time you spent together, and they love you. Ever since they have passed on, they have been a guide with you. So they love you, like a lot. There's a lot of fondness here. You guys have, like I said, very strong heart chakra connection. And I'm also getting to, with the design here, they're really trying to show you how everyone and everything is interconnected. They're trying to help you tap into that frequency, because you might be feeling like kind of alone or struggling. This could be where if you spent a lot of time, memorable time with this person, you're really missing them. They want you to know that they are still right there with you. They're still very connected to you. This person might visit you a lot in dreams. I'm also getting to, this person might project imagery into your dreams that they think you'll like. So when sometimes you ever have it happen where you barely remember a dream, or maybe you do remember it, but you wake up and you just feel like happy You just are like, oh, that was nice. You're happy to wake up. It was a good time. This person is, I'm hearing, is directly responsible for that. So this person really tries hard to make your life, both waking and sleeping, a little bit more magical when they can. They really love you quite a lot. So I have this archetype card to get a general feel for their energy. I will take these upright or reversed, however they come out. And then I have further tarot. Hang on, I'm trying to like separate all the cards. Further tarot to gain insight and information. I do want to kind of say this just because I want to be super honest, and I just want to like issue kind of a trigger warning. Whatever comes out here, you know, nobody does this whole life thing perfectly. I'm going to share the light attributes as well as the shadow traits of this person. So it's not meant to disparage anybody's loved ones. None of us are perfect, but just to give you a better picture of who this person might be, or this also can reflect an awareness about themselves they have come into since crossing over. So for example, if you had a really tumultuous back and forth relationship with this person, they may have gained greater awareness and insight over their part in how things unfolded, and they want to share that with you. So bear with me. Let's see what we have. We have, oh, okay, the Hanged Man reverse. So we have Pisces energy here. So this is somebody who's very empathetic in certain moments, but this is somebody who drowns in their emotions. I'm almost getting this person gets caught in their own thoughts, their own emotions a lot, to the point where they may have kind of missed the point, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that, because this is a card all about getting a shift in perspective, when the Hanged Man comes up reversed, this either suggests that we really need to take that time and have a shift in perspective, or we have had that shift in perspective and it now necessitates that we're willing to make changes based on that new understanding. And the reason why I say that is because it's always followed by the Death card in the tarot. So this is somebody who I feel like, could be somebody who is like empathic or highly sensitive, or may have had almost like they were so highly sensitive, it may have created emotional and or sensory processing issues for them. Because there's something where it's like they have the emotional awareness, but it kind of was so much so that it kept them stuck, right? So this would be somebody who maybe they could point to a problem that they had, but they could never solve it. Pisces energy is also very much about addictions, and it's also about, illusions and things being kept in secret. So this person may have struggled with addictions while they were alive, and that could ultimately have played a part in their passing. I'm really drawn into the crown here, and it's like hovering over his head. This person had a lot of power, but I feel like they got stuck in applying that. So for example, if this person went through quite a lot of activations earlier in their life, the point was to hopefully help them learn lessons and gain wisdom in order to step into their full power later in life, and live out some element of their purpose. I almost said their person. Live out some element of their purpose. And it's like that's where they got stuck. They got stuck, I feel like, in replaying the old programs. This is also somebody who is... Yeah, this is somebody who's just like, they kind of, they got stuck in who they were in the first act of their life, and they never really moved past that. So if they had a really challenging upbringing, they got stuck there, and they never really moved past challenge. And I don't feel like they were like, angry or taking this out on others or anything like that, but I feel like this person, especially because if you notice, the bindings are predominantly like around the latter half of the body. This person really got like stuck from moving forward. Like I said, like kind of, stuck in old patterns, stuck in old relationships. This could be somebody who, like I said, could have struggled with addiction, and they knew it wasn't good for them. But they kind of were just sort of, they were kind of just stuck in that energy. Let me pull the other tarot because I'd like to be able to elaborate on this a little more. So we have, wow, that's that Neptune energy. Yep. 7 of Cups reversed. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. I'm not surprised. And the 7 of Wands. Okay, exactly. So this is somebody who I feel like was hurt very badly emotionally. This is somebody who, this has this energy where they had been really hurt, so they did not, you know, then project those same behaviors onto other people. And like that's part of, you know, they did half the work in that way. But they also never really moved past that. They never really allowed themselves to be close with many people. And with the 3 of Pentacles reversed and the 7 of Wands, I feel like they fought off a lot of solid offers in their life. Like they were, just due to what they had experienced, they were defensive to the point of pushing away a lot of like blessings in their life. And yeah, they were like defensive to this point. But it's really interesting because they may have been kind of like, this is that kind of like, I don't know why I'm thinking like heart of gold, kind of gruff exterior energy, where maybe they were just like really hermity. They really like to keep to themselves. Like for themselves, they wouldn't accept support, love, you know, help, this offer from the divine for something very solid. And it was part of their life plan, and they just like, I think they just fought it off because there was just like too much, they had been hurt too many times. So they rejected this for themselves, but they tried to give this to other people. This would be the kind of person that will show up for you no matter what. Will try to like give to you, will try to be there for you because they intimately understand what it feels like to not have that, but they wouldn't accept that into their own life. And thus, I feel like this is why they were stuck, because they would be stuck in perpetuating, like what I'm hearing is self-abusive habits or habitual like patterns in their life. And they never moved past that. So they kind of got stuck, I'm feeling like, in this spiritual limbo toward the end of their life, especially. Interesting. But this person loves you. Like, I actually want to know about that. I want to know how this person feels about you, my lovely viewer. Yeah, 9 of Cups. This person loves you. And the 4 of Swords reversed. This person tries to communicate with you a lot. This person tries to talk to you. Yeah, Knight of Swords. And then Temperance reversed. So we have 2 cards of healing, and they're both reversed here. And we have Queen of Swords at the bottom. Part of what I feel like this loved one is coming through to talk about, and we'll look at the rest of your cards in a minute, is that I feel like they're trying to guide you so you don't end up in the same situation they're in. Because if you chose this group, I feel like you need healing. I feel like this might be a situation where there's generational patterns and you are kind of the next in line to help break these patterns, because you're picking up where this person left off, right? And what this person who's coming through really wants to kind of help you with, or is trying to support you with, is that, you know, if you've been through a lot of really challenging situations, and especially like interpersonal relationships, just matters of the heart, and it's really kind of thrown you for a loop, this person's trying to come in to help you move through the healing process, help you gain a fresh perspective in order to be able to really go for your dreams, because this person got stuck and they don't want that for you. But in terms of how they feel about you, this person is always trying to like help heal you. This person, I'm almost getting this person likes to be around while you're sleeping. Like they like to be near to you energetically. It's almost like they're showing me somebody whispering loving words in your ear, right? It's like they're whispering good dreams into your existence in the astral. It's really sweet, actually. This person also goes out of their way to put a little bit of magic back into your everyday. So like little synchronicities and stuff, but especially in the astral, this person likes to try to communicate with you. This person likes to try to make beautiful dreams happen for you. Because with the 9 of Cups, this person loves you. This person uses every opportunity and every method to communicate with you. So this could be number patterns. They're showing me feathers, synchronistic dates, especially they're showing me dates on pennies. I'm just looking at what else they're showing me. Just like things like that. It'll be different for each and every one of you. But this person really goes out of their way to communicate with you. So maybe there's little things that remind you of them and they're everywhere. Or there's like, you know, you're thinking of them and then later on that day, you see something synchronistic. Like let's say they had, I don't know, let's say they had a black cat and you're thinking of that and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then later on that day, a black cat crosses your path. That's them being like, hey, I heard you earlier, sending you a little something to say hi. So this person goes out of their way from the other side to communicate with you frequently, which I really quite like. So let's find out what their messages are for you first and foremost. We have, oh, it is beautiful where I am. I feel like this person's very dreamy, very creative soul. I will always point you in the right direction. Yeah, this person's here to help you, 110%. I am not dead. Okay. So we have the dove here as well. This is really nice. This person's found peace. And, you know, obviously with I'm not dead, what this person wants to kind of illustrate to you is that where they are is outside of time. It's not death. Like they're with you all the time, especially when you are coming up against big decisions or a crossroad where you're not really sure, you can't really see clearly which way to go. This loved one from the other side is here to help you. And this person also really wants you to know, especially if they did struggle with like addiction or you know, physical or mental health concerns, and it was really a problem in their lifetime, they want you to know that where they are now, it is beautiful in every single way possible. Like they're not hurting, they aren't sad. I feel like this person, like I said, is very creative, really sees the best in everything, and this may have made their life on earth very, very difficult for them. But it's like where they are now, they're able to create freely. And this is also why I feel like this person visits you in dreams and helps give you really pleasant dreams sometimes, or like makes really beautiful scenery for you in the astral. So again, when you wake up and you feel very peaceful, you feel really happy and content, that's because you and this person were spending time in the astral together and they were creating like these beautiful scenes that you really enjoyed and they were meant for you. So this person definitely wants you to know that. This person may have been a creative when they were alive as well. I'm picking up heavy like a writer or storyteller kind of energy. But just in general, like this person really could dream an entire world into being. Yeah. Wow, okay, I want to see what they want to talk to you about. I want to get more info. We have, okay, yeah. Skeleton with strength. It's giving off Leo energy, in case that's significant. Wow, and then we have card 10 with Aragonite, fire element, and initiation. A lot of fire and water going on here. Okay, can you see that? I'm really good at putting the cards out of the frame. Ha 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 ha, sign surprised. Okay, we got it. That was my weird way of saying it's fine. So I feel like this person is really excited when they get to communicate with you, especially when you are awake. There's like these moments where they leave you like little synchronicities. Maybe you think you see them out of the corner of your eye, or like you think you hear them calling your name. There are moments where they're always trying to communicate with you, but not all of it goes through, and they're aware of that and they're fine with that. But it's like they get so excited because I'm having to like stop and take a breath. Like I feel like this person is so excited to communicate with you, especially when like in those little moments you do hear them or you pick up on them. They're always like, oh, I got their attention. Oh, they're like they're so excited. It's really sweet though. I like it a lot. So with this, again, the strength and initiation, exactly what I was talking about before, I feel like there might be an element of generational patterns or generational karmic patterns and cycles here. You are meant to help break these cycles. So you may find that you experienced a lot of things this person experienced, or like what I'm describing here for this person, even if you didn't know about, their earlier life and how it impacted them, as I'm describing them, you might be like, oh wow, I'm going through that too, or I've been through that too. There's a reason why. And this is very much because you are here to help transmute the same energies that this person was working on. But the difference is I feel like you're not going to get stuck where they got stuck. And they're really working with you to make sure that you don't get stuck in the same places, right? I'll always point you in the right direction. This person knows because they've lived it already. I also feel like, too, you know what they're showing me with this is that this person, I feel like this person, so one of the things is this person's spiritual power is at its strongest in the astral. This person is a way more powerful spirit guide than they are, like, they're way more powerful as a spirit guide than they are when they're embodied, hands down. And their work in the astral, it's like they can create any reality in the astral. So I'm almost getting this energy that this person works through situations with you. You know how, like, there's that stereotype of, like, parents who help their kids, like, role play and practice how to say no to, like, doing drugs and just random crap like that. It's almost that energy, like this person's helping you role play different scenarios in your life, right? They're setting up different scenes for you so you can get to act it out. And with that 9 of Cups we saw earlier, this may also be to help you figure out what it is that you want, right? How to, like, try different things. So you might find, especially during this period of time, once again, this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming it, Mars just went retrograde in Gemini. So this is a huge time of not necessarily external movement forward, but of things moving forward more internally, in the sense that you're getting a fresh perspective, you're getting new communication, something shifts your mindset pretty significantly in order for you to kind of, like, go back to the drawing board or have a new perspective in planning your next steps forward. So when Mars goes direct again, you have this integrated perspective. So this person might be helping with that. This person might be helping you figure out what it is that you want for yourself. But basically that's exactly where, like, what I was talking about here with initiation, and we have the number 10 here, which is all about completion of a cycle. This person is trying to help you pick up where they left off and close the cycle that they were not able to close. We also have the cracked skull here as well. This person, you know, strength energy in the tarot is all about really having to be, you know, strong in the heart space, having to dig deep and find your better qualities and tame your inner demons. I feel like this person got so trapped in their own head while they were alive and not really knowing what they wanted, not really knowing how to take action or move forward, because there's, like, this hole here, right? And it's almost like venting the pressure. This person's trying to help alleviate that for you. So especially when you have moments where you're going back and forth and you're getting lost in your head about it, this person helps to try to reconnect you with the fire element to that, what your soul is asking you to do. Because we all get stuck in that for sure. So this person tries to help you with that. I want to know more about it though, because I'm nosy. Page of Cups reversed, I'm not surprised. Wow, yeah, the Knight of Wands reversed, also not totally surprised. I want this one. The Ace of Cups, and I'll take it because the Ace of Wands was right beneath it and wanted to come out. And wow, the King of Swords reversed, and the Two of Swords reversed at the bottom. So again, decisions that need to be made. They're trying to help you see clearly. I cut the deck for giggles, and we had the Devil and the Emperor as well. They're trying to help, this person's trying to help you take back your power and overcome your obstacles and vices. Again, that almost addictive, like, quality and the cycles that keep you stuck. So we have 3 court cards here. This could be 3 different people. Masculine air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Masculine fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we have the Page of Cups with some water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I also see this evolution from Page to Knight to King, but they're all reversed. And it's really interesting too that we have water, and then we have the Ace of the water suit. We have fire, Ace of the fire suit. There's something here where there's something that you've been reaching for. There's something that you want, and I feel like you've been making decent progress on this, but there needs to be this revitalization, and that's where these aces are coming in, right? Because it's almost like you kind of set off on a path, and you're running out of steam with that, and understandably so. And so there needs to be this kind of restoration of the, like, getting back in touch with your heart space about why this path or this goal is important to you. and revitalizing your energy, finding that motivation, that spark of inspiration again. Because with the King of Swords reversed, I feel many of you have kind of gotten lost in your head about this situation. And it's been hard for you to hear your intuition, hard for you to tune into how things make you feel. And this passed on loved one is trying to help revitalize and reconnect that energy for you, because this is what I'm really getting, especially with this card here, is that this is not a problem or a question that can be answered or solved through the mind. This is not something that logic is going to solve for you. And so for those of you where you're kind of like really stuck in your head about, like, essentially what they're explaining to me is the reason why you're stuck in your head is because logic is telling you to pick option A, but you also feel very drawn to option B. So by solely being like, no, I'm going with option A, that's the end of it, and not at least exploring your attraction to option B, you're missing out on understanding what is giving you a sense of passion, what your soul is calling you to. Even if you don't pick option B, understanding why you're drawn to it is very, very important. So this person, this passed on loved one is coming through to try to help you work through this stuff, particularly in the astral, because they really want you to have what you want. They're very proud of all the work you've done. They see you as somebody who can close out the cycle that they could not. And they want to offer their support as much as possible. And they just have fun with you. They just like to be with your energy, especially in the astral. Because again, this person's totally untethered in the astral. They have all their power available to them. And they use it to spend time with you. They use it to make these beautiful scenarios for you and like allow you to live out these different dreams and see which one is the most real for you. Like which one you want the most. So this might be why you're kind of confused about an issue one night when you go to sleep, and then maybe the next morning or a couple mornings later you feel a random sense of clarity and you're like, oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that before, because this person's working with you in the astral to help you figure it out without the constraints of this 3D material world and the consciousness that we're all kind of confined to while we're here. So I want to pull you guys just a couple of tarot cards to close out from this person. What do they want you to know? What would they most want to say to you? Yeah, absolutely that one. The Eight of Wands. They want to say everything to you. Like I said, this person wants to talk to you. They love communicating with you. This is why I'm like, oh, they're really excited about this reading, because they're like, yay, we get to talk. I like this person. I don't know what they were like while they're here, but this person's energy is really funny. This person too, I feel like could be very charismatic when they were having a good day. Like this person could be the life of the party. This person, you just want to hear them speak. This person has a joy and an excitement about living when they're having a good day. I feel like the issue with this person is that they would have a lot of peaks and valleys, and when they were not doing so well, they might be prone to relapsing into like toxic behavioral patterns, addictions. They may have been like, I'm getting almost like addicted to withdrawing from people. So like they tried to hide it a lot when they weren't doing so well. But when this person was on top of things and they were having a good day, man, they were a hoot and a half. They were fun and like just like infectiously pleasant. Like, it's nice. So this person wants you to know, oh yeah, the Knight of Cups. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Cups reversed. So water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with the Knight and the Queen here. Yeah, what they want you to know is they see that you've been through a lot with the Queen of Cups. They see that you're a lover by nature, not a fighter, and that people have kind of used this against you, and it may have sort of the storms of the heart may have battered your self-confidence a little bit. And for some of you, this may have kind of triggered you to want to withdraw and just not really connect with people. And what this person really wants you to know is your dreams and your happiness is out there. It's on its way to you. Look, he's facing them, right? It's on its way to you. And what I'm hearing is now is not the time to give up. Even though it's exhausting and you're tired, this was a rite of passage and it's a portal. And on the other side of it is what you want. So this person's trying to help support you. This person's also trying to help revive your energy while they're with you as much as possible. And this person is helping as much as they possibly can to guide you toward what would make you really happy. Birds might be sort of symbolic messengers between you and this person. I don't know why I'm getting, I want to cut the deck, and whatever card comes out, there might be symbols on that card that could help direct you. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. So you might find that you're really drawn to like paths, like walking paths you don't normally go to. You might feel called to go hiking more. With it being the Page of Pentacles, you could have an earth sign coming into your life or a new job opportunity. So if this is an earth sign, this would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I also saw this little spiral as a snail at first. So a snail might be a synchronistic animal for you. I almost said number. That's my favorite number. My lucky number is snail. Oh, God. But yeah, this person just really wants you to know how much they love you and how deserving you are to have your, yeah, because I just cut this for giggles, the Five of Cups. And look at the, like, Two of Cups here is, like, on fire. They want you to know, like, you deserve to have your happy ending, and they're really trying to guide you toward that as much as possible. So they want you to hang in there and not give up, and know that in these moments, these important moments, they will always help point you in the right direction. What I'm hearing is they'll always help kind of recalibrate your compass, so to speak, like help you recalibrate your true north, to get you to where you need to go. So this person's always with you. They love you very much. So I think that's just about everything I have for group one. It has been an honor and a delight to get to do this reading for you. I hope this has been helpful. Yeah, I am super happy I got to read for you, and I'm wishing you guys the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye. No, I'm making a mess. Oh no. Hi, group two. Okay. So, I'm seeing what I get for... I feel like whoever is coming through here, this is like a very, first of all, very masculine energy. This person is a go-getter, or was a go-getter. This person may have been an early riser. This person didn't like to waste a lot of time. This person's very much this energy of the sun is up, so should you be. Like, that's kind of the energy here. But I also feel like this person's trying to direct you. So like group one had, you know, kind of this energy of somebody who's trying to guide them, but it felt a lot more gentle. And I don't feel like this person's rough, but this is very much like this person's very blunt. Or this person was very blunt potentially. This one's like they have very set ideas about how to do something. They might have a very strong, you know, religious background or like belief system, set of morals, etc. But this person, because they're showing, I don't know why, with this design, I was almost looking like cardinal directions. It's very much like this person's a strategist kind of, where they're like, all right, first we do this, then we do this, then we do this. This person has very like earth and air energy going on here, where they're kind of like, they may have been a leader in their, I'm getting in their family, in their community, but again, there's like an energy of like church here, or an energy of their religious community. But there's something where they were kind of in this leadership position. People look to them. They may have been kind of like, you know, a well-known person in the community or something like that. This person's not afraid to take charge and take control. And there's something where it's not full-on tough love, but it kind of feels like that, where they're kind of like, all right, group two, it's time to start effing around, or stop effing around. And like, again, not full-on tough love, but it's kind of like, okay, you know, we took our time, we had a break, we had a pause, let's get at it, and let me help you figure out how to do this. This person's coming through to try to to try to help guide you, because this person sees that you have a lot of potential. I think a weakness that this person may have had is they could have been a little bit prone to being like rigid in their thinking or their beliefs, but also I'm getting this person may not have really understood that everybody learns differently, so they may have been kind of like, well, you know, I told you to do A, then B, then C, why isn't it done? Or like, I told you to do A, then B, then C, why did you do it in a different order? Or something like that. There's something where they don't understand that, like, the way that they explain things or their tone or the way they come across can kind of sometimes make them a little bit, not unapproachable, but like, not everybody's going to respond that way very well. So they legitimately struggled to make that connection. So they may have been somebody where, like, I feel like they were overwhelmingly very liked, and they were very respected for sure. But sometimes there would be like times where they didn't understand why people would be like, this is that energy of somebody who just doesn't understand when they're being overly blunt, or that, you know, sometimes you have to take a gentler approach with some people or in certain circumstances. So this person might lack a little bit of finesse in that sense, or a little bit of like emotional awareness, but they mean well. They mean very well. And they're generally a really principled person. This may have been somebody that you really looked up to. This could have been like a mentor. This person had a strong sense of what was right and what was wrong. And they walk their talk. They're not just like, you know, flapping their gums out here. They walk their talk, and as much as possible, they try to really live by the morals that they proclaim to be valuable. I feel like this person was very like concise with their speech, but there was something magnetic about the way they would talk as well. It's really interesting because it is very like, it is very, I don't want to say clipped or business-like, but there's also this sense of excitement in what they're talking about. So this person may not have like minced their words or been one for very effusive, flowery language. But I think the reason why so many people wanted to like gravitated toward them is because this person really believed in what they did. They believed in the life they live, and thus there was passion and excitement, even if it was very understated. And that draws people in, right? That's a very charismatic trait to have when you're talking to people and communicating and planning. And this person, I'm hearing builder or architect. So this person may have literally been an architect, may have been in construction, may have been a contractor. They may have done like nonprofit work or like pro bono work, building houses, building churches, building community buildings, something like that. But they're just, in general, they're a builder, they're an architect. They see a problem, they want to figure out the best way to solve it, right? And their goal is always to serve others. So that's just a little bit of who this person is. Now, I have an archetype card to kind of talk about their energy, and then I have further tarot cards to get more details. And then we'll get into the rest of the oracle cards. But I do want to kind of just put out a trigger warning. This is meant to look at this person's, you know, their entire energy, their light and their shadow. And that's not to disparage or speak ill of anybody that has passed over. It's just, you know, while we're human, nobody's perfect. We all have, you know, we all have light and shadow sides. And the whole purpose is not to call anyone out or, again, speak ill, but just to help you kind of get an idea of who this person might be to you. As well as, you know, if this person, you and this person had some difficulties that never got resolved, when we cross over, we're not really constrained with the same limiting kind of consciousness, limiting ideas and beliefs as we have, sorry if you can hear my knuckles crack, as we have when we are embodied. Sorry, as I'm saying this, my right ear is ringing super loud in case that's synchronistic for anybody, so I'm like, I can't think. But you know, we don't have those same constraints. And so when we cross over sometimes, you know, we can see things a lot more clearly than we could when we were embodied. So these might also kind of, any shadowy elements might serve as a recognition from this person of, you know, maybe some issues that they had, and they want you to know that they're aware. They want you to know that they're gaining insight and clarity on the other side, and they have a greater awareness now. So just putting that out there. But we have, oh, okay, that's one, the devil. All right. Sorry about this, by the way. I burnt my thumb on a curling iron. I know it does not look pretty, but I'm really klutzy. It is a problem for me. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy here. I would actually like to pull the clarifying tarot here. Before I do, actually, well, let's just talk about it briefly. So again, very cardinal energy. Capricorn is, you know, with this being the devil, this person may have been a business owner. This person, like I said, may have been like very, very savvy with their money. We were talking about this very earth and kind of earth and air mixture sort of vibes here. And the upside about the devil is, like I said, somebody who is very driven, no matter the restraints you put on them, no matter how long it takes, no matter how much of an uphill climb it is. This is somebody who is ready for the challenge. This is somebody who almost enjoys it. It's like they're a little bit of a masochist. And especially too, you know, because it's the heart is in the pentacle here, or excuse me, the pentagram here. There's a circle around it. It's pretty similar. Anyway, this person, when their heart is invested in something, they are not afraid to, you know, A, start from scratch, because it makes me think of the Ace of Pentacles, but B, to put in the effort to help it grow to the Ten of Pentacles. So that's kind of one of the good things about this person. This person is fearless. This person does not mind limitations. In fact, again, they almost welcome it, because it's like it became a source of strength for them in their lifetime. This person had a lot of karmic restrictions that were placed on them, a lot of possibly material restrictions, but it's almost like that has empowered them over the course of their lifetime. They may have had a lot of unhealthy patterns that were kind of given to them starting out their life, or they may have had the first half of their life, honestly, what I'm hearing is a train wreck. So the first half of their life may have been a total shit show. This could be where they were doing things they knew weren't good for them. They were, you know, in a lot of karmic cycles. They may have struggled with a lot of addiction, a lot of vices, a lot of unhealthy behavioral patterns, unhealthy patterns in relationships, especially with the person holding the heart up high. Like they may have been really detached from their empathy. And this may have been something that they had to overcome. Now for some, because the devil's coming out upright, not like reversed, for some, you know, I have to say this is not a great energy. I'm not picking up like a totally crummy energy here though. For some people, this is where this person was able to be very inspirational, was able to build a lot, was able to, you know, maybe build a really solid financial foundation, but it was kind of at the cost of their emotional well-being. This could be somebody who is able to produce a lot, able to build a lot, but they're not able to maintain very close connections. You may have had an issue with this person in that regard before. So it's like they could do really, really amazing things, but they may have also been kind of limited by their tunnel vision, right? They may have been very, their focus may have been very myopic and quite limited. So let's see what you have for tarot to kind of delve into it a little more. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Wow, Judgment reversed. I'm going to do this mostly because YouTube has a problem with boobs. So, sorry. And the Ten of Pentacles, what were we just freaking talking about? Okay. I want to clarify these two just because I don't want to get twisted here. Okay, the Two of Cups. And the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, and the King of Cups reversed at the bottom. This person was amazing with 3D world shit, if I'm being honest. Ten of Pentacles. This person built a lot for themselves, or they had what it took to build a lot for themselves. But the very same traits that they had that made them very materially successful also caused them to struggle very heavily when it comes to interpersonal relationships. And this is something where I feel like there was a great love in their life that, with the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Judgment reversed, did not pick them. And we have this with the Four of Wands reversed. This person that they were like wholly devoted to, they loved dearly. Again, we saw that with that King of Cups reversed at the bottom. This is water energy, by the way, so this person could have also been a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. With the Judgment, that's Pluto energy, so more Scorpio going on here. But yeah, this person had a significant love relationship in their life, whether romantic or otherwise. They had a soul bond with somebody who, with the Judgment card, they've spent many lifetimes with. And this was a soul contract between the two of them, that this was meant to fall apart. This could even be where, you know, their parents got divorced really early and it rattled the hell out of them. But something that I feel like was created out of this situation, this person really like kind of took their focus off of emotional matters after this whole thing fell apart. And the purpose of what this was supposed to do was to be a catalyst to them for, yes, stabilizing these other areas of their life, but also it's kind of like they never came back to their emotional development. And we did have, you know, even though it's reversed, we did have a king at the bottom. Emotional development may have been a thing that this person worked on in a past lifetime. So like material world development was their focus this lifetime. So they may have experienced a significant falling out, may have been burned really heavily. And that's what caused them to kind of turn away from this. This is why I'm picking up this energy where it's like, it's not like narcissistic or lacking empathy, but they would limit how closely they would connect with another person. This may have also kind of been what imparted strong moral beliefs to this person. So for example, if this was, you know, their parents' marriage fell apart when they were really young, or like maybe they had an absent parent or something like that, somebody who skipped out on them, this kind of shut them down emotionally to the point where I don't really think they ever fully recovered. But this may have also given them a very strong sense of belief around that area of life. So maybe they started becoming very adamant about, the institution of marriage, or maybe they were like, I don't believe in divorce, or they became really adamant about creating support structures for, you know, single parents, or, you know, where one of the parents just like up and left, you know, something like that. It's something where the very circumstances which motivated them to build something better and to build something honestly wonderful with the Ten of Pentacles, and I'm seeing this here, are also the same circumstances that kept them from connecting fully. So it's like this double-edged sword where it's like I feel like the way they do this, even if they had like a family and they had their own, you know, kind of life partner, it's like it was never, they never fully connected. And this may have been really hard if this was like a family member for you, like let's say this was a parent or a grandparent or like, you know, an uncle. This may have been really challenging because it's like they seemingly are so, you know, on or present with everybody else. But then when you're behind closed doors, there's like that disconnect. They're struggling to fully emotionally connect to you and to see you clearly. And that might be really painful. That might be something that was kind of difficult. This is also somebody who really values material success or like concrete achievements, especially with I do. This person's very tapped into their masculine energy, and this is what they value. And it kind of may have left you feeling like you have to be in that energy in order to get their attention or like actually compete for their attention. So this person did a lot, and I feel like they did a lot that helped other people, but this kind of might have fallen apart behind closed doors a little bit, or it's like you guys were never able to fully connect. You may have even thought about like what a good, you know, life path or career path is. And for some of you, I'm getting that this is somebody who, for some of you, you had this person in your life for a while. I'm getting like up through adolescence, like up until your 20s roughly. And for some, this might be something where there's like a once removed. So this isn't you, but this is like a grandparent who impacted your parents, and the kind of residual issues there play out between your parents and you, right? So for some of you, there's a little bit of like a once removed situation, and that's how the ripple effect here is playing out. But I want to look at their messages and see what they want you to most know. I feel healthy and happy. Good. I'm glad. I watch over you every day. Oh, I had to leave that way. Okay. So we have this person on the ladder, we have this person hanging from the clouds, this person's reaching up for help. I feel like there may have been something distressing, possibly even traumatic about the way this person died. I'm hearing sudden. So this person may have passed very suddenly, or it's like, because this person like says climbing the ladder, they're partway through. This kind of has this energy where it's like maybe they were doing really, really well and their health took a really quick turn. They could have been in like, you know, a transportation accident. I'm not really getting that as much. This could be something where they were improving, right? They were ascending, their health was maybe getting better, and then took a you know, it looked like it was going into remission, whatever the issue was, and then it took a really like drastic turn very quickly. I know that happens not totally infrequently. But whatever it is, and also too, maybe that there was like some drama in the wake of their death. I'm not picking up on that as much. I just feel like there's something where it's like there was a sudden turn of events, or things shifted very, very quickly. And they want you to know like that was part of the plan. They had to go that way. It's just, what they're kind of saying is like, it's just the way it is. Like it just had to happen like that for so many reasons that are so intertwined and entangled and enmeshed that it's very hard to be able to describe. There's so many moving parts and pieces attached to that, because look at all the chains attached to this person. There are a lot of energetic ties that this person was holding. And it's kind of like the only way to extricate themselves, to be able to like get free of all of those, were for things to shift and change the way they did at a very rapid rate. Yeah, so I am kind of definitely getting that. But they want you to know, I really love this energy. Feels really nice. I feel healthy and happy. So I also feel like this person was very much like on the go. And it may very well be that toward the end of their life, they were really struggling with their mobility. And that was really, really challenging for them. But they're wanting you to know, like, they feel unrestrained. They finally feel like they're in a healthy place. And they feel happy with where they are. And I think in the past, they would get to a place where they'd feel solid, they feel grounded, they feel relatively healthy as far as they understood what that word meant. But I really feel like they struggled with their full happiness. I don't think they were unhappy, but I don't think they were happy. And that's a struggle that evaded them really significantly while they were embodied. And you might know that, you might not, because again, on the surface, I feel like they were really respected, well-liked, successful, you know, financially savvy, like they, it seemed like they had this whole thing figured out, but there was a little bit of an emptiness to the entire experience. But they do want you to know that they watch over you every day. They're here for you. Again, they're trying to help kind of like offer encouragement and support in the way that they know how. I'm almost getting to, this person might kind of like sometimes prompt you to take action, even when you're like not sure what to do, or you feel like you need a break, or you're just kind of like scared to take a step forward. And it might also like almost produce this feeling of like these racing thoughts back and forth, because you're like, I should be doing something, I should be doing XYZ, and then you're like, no, you know what, I just did a ton, I need a break. And like I feel like it almost causes this internal dialogue between you and this person, even though you might not be aware that it's this person. It's like this internal dialogue where you're going back and forth between like, I need a break, and like, no, I should be taking action. And this is kind of like your energy and their energy, sort of like not full on butting heads, but like negotiating is kind of the term I'm getting. But they do watch over you, and they do try to help bring you a burst of motivation. So the way they're describing, because I'm looking at the dandelions here, it's like they try to bring you signs at just the right time and in just the right moment to help give you like again a burst of motivation. Like I don't know, like let's say you were kind of like, if you were like, I shouldn't pursue this career path because it's just a dream, it's just a wish, it's not worth taking a chance on, like, you know, it's just a wish, it's never going to amount to anything. And then let's say you come across a single solitary dandelion that's you know, turned into the little white puffball, and that's like a sign for you, right? It's like, oh, it's just a wish, but it's, you know, sometimes you only need that one wish to work out. And something like that, where like this person tries to, they know you well enough that they try to really organize these little synchronistic happenings at just the right time to hopefully help motivate you again. This person's all about motivation. This person, I like this person's energy, but I could also see how they could be like a little bit of a piece of work sometimes. And it's only because they want good things for you. This was the thing that, like, for them, because they were so wounded by whatever happened in their past, focusing on achievements and building and, like, especially material achievements was the thing that helped them find meaning and distraction and, like, a sense of safety after their, you know, the storm, the wave of their pain that they had gone through. And so when they try to encourage people like that, it's because that's what they know to be, you know, safe, satisfying, something that brings value and respect and security. So when they're doing that, or when they're like trying to kind of motivate people like that, both while they were embodied and then also while they're disembodied, it's because they want this. What it translates to is, I want you to have safety, security. I want you to feel, you know, confident in yourself, to look at everything you've done and feel good about the time you spent here. I want you to feel good, and this is how I know how to feel good, so I'm going to motivate you in that same way. But then, like, I feel like this person can sometimes just be, like, incessant. So let's see what else you have. Oh, you have joy, rejoicing in the present. And, ooh, sunstone, sacral chakra, deep knowing, card 6. Just make sure. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Okay. So I feel like this person, now that they are no longer embodied, they've gotten a chance to, especially too with I feel healthy and happy, they've really been reconnecting to their joy. Even look how the gestures are very similar there. They've been like, and especially compared to being like chained here, this person's very much unchained now. We have Jupiter showing up in the background of this card. So this person has gained a higher perspective, and they feel very free from the constraints they were experiencing in their lifetime. And as a result, I feel like this person is trying to help motivate you to take action on something that deep down you know you need to move toward. To like take action toward your desires with the sacral chakra here. Because they've been able to let go of some of their own limiting beliefs and like earthly limitations, and they want to help you so you can enjoy this life while you're still in it. And you can enjoy what this life has to offer while you're here. And because with this energy here, there's a dream. I want to pull a card about this. There's a dream or a desire that you have that you might be struggling to take action toward, or might be struggling to continue to move toward. And they're here trying to cheer you on and be like, yeah, Page of Pentacles at the bottom. So you might be starting your own business. You might be starting a new career path. But they're trying to cheer you on and be like, hey, life is too short. That thing that you've been wanting to do, go. Do it. Do it now. Like, do it, motherfucker. Do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Let's see what we have. Wow, Knight of Pentacles. Again, much Pentacles here. Hermit reversed. And the Emperor reversed. I'm not freaking surprised, you guys. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries energy here, and Virgo here. So much earth, so much masculine energy. Holy shit. So yeah, what this person's really trying, again, you've been on this path for a while. You've been getting closer and closer to whatever this goal is. Very heavy emphasis here on career, on possibly on moving or anything having to do with your material world, so your finances. This could be where you've been wanting to, I'm getting for some of you want to take time off and travel. Some of you want to switch up your career, so maybe if you're used to working in an office, you want to apply for a remote position within the same company, or with a new company. But it's like you're changing up the way you work. And some of you know deep down with this card that a change needs to be made, but you're not sure what to do, and that's why this person is trying to guide you. This person, I feel like with the Hermit reversed, also might, I'm hearing, checkmate you. So this person might move things around in your external reality in order to force you to spend time alone. And this might kind of piss you off sometimes, where you're like, damn, nobody's getting back to me. Or like, I haven't heard anything about these 4 areas of life I've put things out into the world about. I've reached out to people. I've put out, you know, my work. I've done X, Y, Z. I've like, you know, you're like taking steps, you're taking action, and it seems like you're not being met with anything. When that happens, that's because this person's trying to get you to go inward. This person's trying to get you to spend some time alone to figure out what it is that you would be happy with, because there's something where I feel like you're either very comfortable on autopilot going the direction that you've been going, and it's time for a reevaluation. But for a lot of you, this person's trying to help bring into your conscious awareness, because this is something that deep down, right, we have deep knowing. Deep down, you know that you want this new path. You know that you want, or you know at least where this new path could lead. You might know that you want to own your own business someday. You might know that you want to be in a management position, but you're like not, you know, it kind of feels like it's a for later, you know, down the line, I'll do this. Someday I'd like this. And this person's trying really hard to help you gain clarity on this situation, as well as like, because I like that we have the light here, we have the light here, there's a light source in the background here, which isn't usually depicted on this card. Like, this person's really trying to guide you toward this and also help enlighten you as to your personal power. So this person is like, this is like got a coach energy too. So for some of you, if you were like an athlete when you were younger and you had a coach who just served as like a really great mentor, this could be this person coming through. But this person, that's like kind of the vibe here. This person's trying to motivate you, because with the Emperor here and the Hermit, this person's acknowledging that you have very significant wisdom. You're very in touch with your higher self. You might be able to draw down wisdom from the higher realms very easily. And you kind of balance this with being a very like patient, measured person. But there's something where you've been waiting a little bit too long on the sidelines, right? Because something about this is like you're struggling to see yourself as like this Emperor energy, as the boss, as somebody who calls all the shots, as somebody who is a leader, and as somebody who points the way for other people. And this is what I feel like is a dimension that's missing in your life right now, is that much the way this person was a leader, you are being primed to be a leader. You are being prepared spiritually and energetically to be a leader in some way, shape, or form. So there's something about this person, this, you know, passed on loved one, really trying to help inspire you and ignite your passion and empower you to go after not only what you know deep down you want, and what would bring a sense of fulfillment and empowerment, but also your birthright, your purpose while you're here, right? What you're meant to do and bring to other people. So that's super duper cool. I think this is just about everything I'm getting for group 2. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I get to read for you again in the future, and I'm wishing you the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye. I'm about to drop everything. Hi, group 3. Okay, I'm just tuning in for a sec here. So being drawn into the throat chakra stone, you guys have stuff to say. I'm definitely getting this. The person that's coming through is trying to help you with this. I'm almost getting that the person who's coming through, part of their spiritual gifts might entail helping to clear throat chakra imbalances. The channeled message at the beginning might particularly apply to this group, we'll see. But that's kind of what they do. I'm almost getting the person who's coming through might not be somebody that you knew super well in your lifetime. This could be something where it's like there is an adult in your neighborhood that you would see, you know, maybe in certain contexts. This would be like the, you know, the I don't know, like the older lady who you always shovel her driveway for her, right? Maybe if you were a kid with a paper route, you always delivered papers to this person. This person was like, in the periphery of your life, but I feel like you didn't really know a lot about them. But this person has a soul tie with you, and this person's trying to bring you some assistance and some, like, I'm feeling like good karma. And this has everything to do with your authentic truth. There's something where you used to do something nice for this person, especially they're showing me like you're a kid here. You used to do something nice for this person, and what they're saying is like this person's coming in right now to help you. Because whatever it is you used to do for them, you used to just like go the extra mile. Like, again, if it's that, example, maybe this is like an older neighbor who you always shoveled out their walkway, or you iced their sidewalk for or not iced, excuse me, sanded their sidewalk, salted. I don't even have an excuse. I live in a 4-season climate. I get winter. I should know better. Sorry guys. But it's something where like you went above and beyond. You did extra work that you didn't have to do, and like you didn't even really need to be asked. And you just did it. You have no problem doing that. Or like maybe you would always like say hi to this person. You'd go out of your way to, or like, I don't know, you always sent this person like a really lovely Christmas card. It's something that to you, it's so small, you probably wouldn't even think of it. Like, as I'm describing it now, it's probably not even like coming to mind of like, or it might be like, oh yeah, I did used to do that for this person. It's something so small you've forgotten about it by now, because for you it was like very little effort, but for this person it meant the world. Like, it really meant a lot, because this person was really lonely whenever you were helping them in any capacity. This could be like that random person on your floor in your dorm in college that like didn't have friends, and you invite them to dinner with everybody, right? There's something where it's like, it's such a small gesture, but it was so meaningful, because you really helped this person. And like, it was just exactly what they needed when they needed it. So this person is no longer embodied, but they are making sure to pop in right now, like in this part of your life and through this reading, because there's something where they'd like to repay the gesture. They'd like to help you. And like I said, this person at the soul, one of their spiritual gifts is helping people get in touch with their truth. They're very much like the master of the throat chakra. And they would like to help you, because there's something where you have things to say. And I'm getting like really serious about this. I feel like this is something where you have things to say to a particular individual, and they're very difficult to say, but they're a long time coming. And I feel like you've been all over the emotional spectrum about this situation. You've been angry at the person you need to confront. You've been sad. You've been missing them. You've been wanting to, repair things. You've been feeling like you're done with them, feeling like it doesn't matter anymore, like you just want it to be over. I feel like you've been everywhere in this situation, and the time is coming for you to really, I was going to say speak your truth, but I almost said speak your voice. Like, it almost doesn't even matter what your truth is right now. It doesn't even matter if you, like there's no right or wrong answer. You're not being judged. This isn't a test. What this is going to be about is saying exactly what you feel you need to say, regardless of what happens between you and the person in question. It's like the most important thing here is for you to be able to like sound your voice off, essentially. So this individual coming through is here to help you with that process. I feel like really to help support you. This person might kind of, you know what it is? This is really weird. I feel like this person sends you these little synchronicities, these little opportunities to get in touch with your truth through like answering questions or responding to, like, if somebody posits a theory. So like, let's say you're on TikTok and you're scrolling through and there's like a journaling prompt, right? That like you start, answering that prompt for yourself, or, it's like a very introspective personal question. You're like, that's a good question. Why, what do I think about XYZ? How would I answer this? What do I want for myself? That is sent along by this person, because this person's trying to help you to get to know yourself. If you end up in like a random conversation, with somebody sitting next to you at the bar, for example, and they just like happen to say one thing or one question or one piece of advice that really gets you thinking, especially about your own life and how that would apply to yourself, That's from this person, because this person's trying to help you get in touch with your truth. So when the time comes to stand and communicate that, you know, you feel very confident in what you have to say, even if your voice shakes a little. And this person just really wants to help you, because again, this person really acknowledges and appreciates that you were there for them in a moment when you really didn't have to be. And again, there's something here about, like, nobody had to tell you this. This wasn't for, like, this wasn't because this would get you a lot of like social validation. Like there was no showmanship in it. This was something that you did quiet. Kind of, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of that quote that, like, I'm gonna butcher it horribly, but essentially that quote that's like, you know, our oh God, I'm gonna mess it up. But it's essentially that concept of, like, our morals are who we are when nobody's looking, or like our morals are who we are when things get difficult. If they're just, you know, our values while it's convenient, then they're not really our values. It's kind of like that. Like, nobody was looking, you know. You could have very easily bypassed this situation, this person, and it would have been, you know, it would have been probably, like, fine. Like, socially it would have been considered fine. So there was, like, nothing to be gained by you doing this. You just wanted to be a nice person. You just wanted to be helpful. You just wanted to make somebody else's life easier. And this person sees that. This person has deep wisdom and understanding of spiritual truths. This also might be something that this person's trying to impart to you. So that's a lot. But I have an archetype card here. So something I want to say, I have an archetype card and then 3 tarot, and I have more oracle cards we'll get into in a minute. And this is meant to look at the energy of this person that's coming through. This could correspond to their zodiac sign. This could correspond to, like, kind of how you knew them. These might be things about them you knew, or things about them that you didn't know that kind of help lend some information and context. But I want to just kind of say that I've been leaving this open to whatever comes through, light or shadow. And my goal here is never to disparage anyone, and not to disparage anyone that has transitioned over. But everybody, you know, all human beings have light and shadow sides. So the purpose here is to try to help lend a little bit of clarity around this person's light and shadow sides, as well as, you know, if there's anything that was kind of in this person's shadow that remain unresolved between the two of you. And this kind of more applies to the first 2 groups, but I'm still feeling like this could apply here. The purpose of sharing this is that this person, now that they're not constrained by the consciousness of being embodied, can kind of see from, like, a zoomed out perspective, can see the whole thing, and thus has more awareness of their own shadow attributes and patterns. So this might be them acknowledging that as, like, confirmation and corroboration. So we have, whoa, the Empress. Beautiful. Sorry, by the way, that this looks unsightly. I accidentally burnt my thumb on a curling iron. Yay. So this person could be a Taurus or a Libra. This person could be a very, like, divine feminine energy. I think it's really interesting. Her eyes are, like, crazy blue. Yeah, they are blue. This person could have been an entrepreneur. I'm not getting that. You know what this kind of giving me vibes of? This person could be, like, a very kind of like secret artist kind of energy, right? Like Emily Dickinson kind of vibes, where, you know, you like, after they pass away, you find all of the you know, all their artwork, you find all their manuscripts. Like, they may have, you know, their work is shared posthumously, and it's received generally pretty well. In this particular version, she's got this really long string of, like, pearls here. And whenever I see pearls, if you've been with me for a moment, you probably have already heard this, so thanks for being patient. You know, I do think about, you know, wisdom, right? It's the lessons from, you know, it's like pearls of experience. So it's the lessons we've learned. But these are lessons that often come after a long period of time, particularly a period of challenges. Because the way that a pearl is formed is that an irritant, and it's usually a grain of sand, but not always, an irritant will get inside the shell of a mollusk and irritate the soft tissues. So the mollusk secretes a substance called nacre. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled N-A-C-R-E. And it's that iridescent kind of substance, and it will coat the irritant over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? And the goal is to coat the irritant and thus protect its little soft tissues. And at the end, you have this pearl. So when I see this is a lot of wisdom, but this is wisdom accrued from quite a lot of experience. So this person has lived many lives. This person's a very old soul. This person holds deep spiritual wisdom, and they use that to create abundance, right? To create things for other people especially. But I feel like too with the fan, there's an element to which it's like you never really fully, this person doesn't really fully show their hand. Like a lot of people did not really truly know who this person was. Yeah, wow. Oh, the 10 of Cups. What? The King of Pentacles. This is so positive. And Justice. I'm not surprised. Okay. Let me just arrange these. Wow, this is the most positive so far. Can you guys see that? Yeah, okay. Earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then Libra energy here. So very strong Taurus and Libra showing up. This person may have been a business owner. This person, you know what I'm almost getting? This is somebody who they and their, like this person and their spouse were super duper in love. Like this person and their spouse, this was like, they were it for each other. I feel like they may have walked a very long road together. So this person and their spouse may have been married for a very long time. This person, their spouse, I feel like did not have children, or like maybe they had children and then they lost some of their children, or like there's something here where this person didn't really have a lot of other people. Maybe everybody else, maybe like they couldn't have children. And then, you know, the whole purpose of what I'm saying here is that by the time you were in this person's life, they had this one other person that was like their sense of home, right? Their complete and total happiness, their emotional fulfillment. This is like, it's giving me the energy of like, think about like Up, right? The little old couple in the beginning. It's Ellie, and then I can never remember his name. I'm sorry. Put it in the comments if you know. But like this person, they and their love, their spouse, while they were alive, were so in love with each other, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine, like they were a counterpart team. And I feel like they didn't have a lot of other people in their life. Like they and their spouse probably didn't have kids. They may have had a pet or two. They're showing me a small dog, particularly like a terrier, or like even like a dachshund mix kind of a thing, or maybe a corgi, like that kind of small. Even possibly a mini schnauzer. I don't know, Shih Tzu. But this person, I feel like too, you never ended up probably knowing this about this person. Not only did they love their spouse entirely, but part of the reason why they love their spouse, because I don't feel like they were very close to their family of origin. It's like they and their spouse, they had each other, and that's all they had, and that's all they really needed. And this person found a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment with their spouse. But I feel like by the time you knew this person, their spouse had passed away, and they were really struggling, because not only were they like, you know, were they alone, and they kind of had to face a lot of the fears that come along with being by yourself in the aging process. But it's like this person, there's an element to which I feel like this person, after their spouse died, they kind of like came to a sense of like, it's beautiful and it's sad. It's like, it's peace, right? They were like, okay, you know what? This was the point of my life. The high point of my life was every moment I shared with this person. And so they're gone now, and I'm going to wait patiently for when we're reunited. But it's kind of like this person came to peace as soon as their spouse passed. It's like they kind of, they're like their fighting spirit, their drive kind of like dimmed as their spouse passed away. It's kind of like this energy where they were just sort of waiting for when they could finally be with their lover again. Oh, it's sad. I'm trying not to cry. Shit. Oh, that sucks. But this is why this person, you did something, you may have done something for them that their spouse used to do all the time. Like, again, like maybe, you know, salt and sand the sidewalk, or like brought them extra flowers from your garden. You did something that reminded them of their spouse or made them feel like not so alone for a minute. You just did the right thing at the right time. You may have done this more than once, but there's one time in particular really caught this person's attention. And this is why, again, with, you know, justice, they're here to right the scales because they feel like you touched their heart at just the right moment. It may have been not long after their spouse passed. This could be where, you know, maybe like, I don't know, this is kind of giving me this energy of like, maybe your mom was like, hey, you know, Mrs. Smith, I don't know, I'm making shit up. Like Mrs. Smith down the road, her husband just passed away and she's probably having a hard time. Let's make her, you know, let's make her a couple of dinners and like a batch of cookies and then bring them over. It's stuff like that. Like you brought it over. It's like you didn't have to do that, but like whatever you did for this person, you may have also just said something really loving. Like whatever you did for this person, they really needed it in that moment because they were feeling so deeply alone at every single level. And they just appreciate it. So this person's here now coming through to thank you, but also to let you know that they're helping you pretty heavily to get in touch with your truth, to help you make your way through, especially in an interpersonal connection where there's something that needs to be said. There's an imbalance of power that needs to be, there's a wrong that needs to be righted. And this person is coming in to help support you in that process. So let's see what their messages are. We've been together in dreams. Oh, that's really beautiful. I was met by so many loving people, and it's an elderly couple. I'm gonna cry, you guys. This person's back with their spouse. It's beautiful. I've become one of your guides. Yeah, no shit, man. Oh boy. Okay, so obviously I was met by so many loving people over the King of Pentacles, and we have this older couple here. That's pretty self-explanatory. This person may have been a redhead, or they may, especially too, because we have two redheads. We also have two blondes here as well. So they and their spouse may have had the same hair color, or one could have been blonde, one could have been a redhead. So yeah, first and foremost, they want you to know like they've been reunited with this person. And they're so happy about that. This person, I feel like, has ducked into a couple of dreams of yours. They're showing me like almost somebody channel surfing. So this person's energy might kind of keep an eye on multiple people that they care about and sort of like duck into their dreams to help, like, you know, either to say hi and spend some time with them, to help them figure things out, especially with this truth energy, help them sort through some stuff. So they do duck into your dreams to kind of like help you work through some stuff. And again, with I have become one of your guides over justice, they are trying to help the scales of justice tip in your favor. They are trying to help I want to get more information on this, but I want to pull these first and then we'll look. Damn, yeah. Ooh, Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. Absolutely. And ooh, aquamarine, water element, intuition, card 8. Okay. So you could be dealing with somebody who is born in March, because aquamarine is the birthstone for March. This person could have been born in March. There just could be significance around that. We got, you know, Pisces and Aries energy coming through with that. I'm just kind of tuning in here. There's something where intuitively I feel like you know the time is going to come soon. So with Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality, I feel like this person's helping you work through the release of a cycle. And this cycle has to do, I do want to know, what does this cycle have to do with? It could be very different for each and every one of you. Okay, 10 of Swords. This is a cycle of a lot of pain. And the Chariot reversed with the 6 of Wands at the bottom, though. So this is a cycle where it felt like a big loss. This could be the loss of a home. This could be, we have Cancer's energy showing up here. This could have to do with family. This could have to do with a partner that you were hoping to have a family with, or you were hoping to have a home with. There's something about that where it's like you've suffered, wherever you've suffered a really bitter end, right? Very painful, bitter ending. This person is here to try to help you gain insight and clarity, because again, they're a divine wisdom keeper. So they're trying to help you gain insight and clarity, particularly in your dreams. So I don't know, I'm thinking about like being back in the 90s, be like, yeah, in your dreams. Okay. Anyway, oh boy. Yeah, so this person's trying to help you gain clarity about that, because since the woman here is naked, nakedness always implies vulnerability in the tarot, and this was something where not only was it being like stabbed in the back, I feel like you did not see this coming, and it just like kicked the crap out of you. And this person's really trying to help you work through it in order to release it. This person may have started visiting you in dreams around the new moon eclipse that we just had in Scorpio. This person might also come to you around the full moon eclipse in Taurus that we have on the 8th of November. Because again, it's meant to help you get in touch with your truth and also deconstruct whatever has been holding you to this situation, whatever's tying you to this situation. So deconstruct it both at an emotional level with the new moon in Scorpio, and then deconstruct any physical kind of reminders, barriers, circumstances that are reminiscent of this situation in your physical world with the full moon eclipse in Taurus. So, I am seeing this person, again, I do feel like it's different for each and every one of you, but that's what this person is here to help you with. This person's guiding you. This person's counseling you in the astral, like pretty considerably. This person, I don't know why I'm feeling like this person brings you either books or excerpts from books. This person might bring you poetry, like they bring things through, you know, your news feed, your social media apps to try to help you work through this. But that's what this person's trying to help you do. This person's also trying to help you process your emotions around this situation, because with the number 8, this person really wants you to have abundance. Yeah, the King of Swords reversed, the Star reversed. Oh, geez. Hey, there we go. The World reversed and the Empress. No shit. And the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Yeah, this could have to do with, I feel like this is somebody involved in the situation. With the King of Swords reversed, we have air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have the Star reversed, so Aquarius energy. I'm only covering it because they're making me. So what this is somebody somebody deceived you, whether intentionally or not. Somebody was not impeccable with their word. Somebody was indecisive. Somebody was kind of maybe gaslighting you. And I feel like intuitively you knew that something wasn't really right about this. But maybe you didn't have proof, or you just kind of weren't feeling strong enough in that truth to be able to say what you needed to say. But there's somebody who I feel like felt like a wish come true with the Star. Some of you as well, it's like your intuition guided you to this situation and then it fell apart and you're kind of like struggling to regain trust in your intuition. There is a valuable lesson that had to be learned here. I know, and we're all sick of it. We don't want any more lessons. There's a valuable lesson that had to be learned here, because it's not so much about this situation as it is about closing out this massive cycle with the world here. Because you're coming up with the Empress, you're coming up on a time where you're going to be able to create what it is that you desire, right? And we have all the pomegranates here, which make me think of not only the High Priestess energy, but also that underworld energy. Many things have had to end in order for you to construct and call into being your happiness, your abundance, and your fulfilled reality. And this was helping to kind of close out a really big chapter, a huge pattern, a huge cycle. But this person deceived you. This person, I feel like, made you feel confused. This person's got very elusive energy where, like, it's not just that, you know, we always hear words lie, but energy doesn't. Their energy even is back and forth, which is indicative of the fact that this person doesn't even know what they want, right? So the reason why, whenever that happens, if we're generally very good at picking up on people's energy and it evades us, it's because that person's energy is wishy-washy within themselves. This is somebody who, when they say it, they mean it, right? So if they say, you know, I want to be with you, I want to offer you this position, I want to do X, Y, Z, they mean it when they say it, but they don't. This is also somebody who will, you know, say things in the moment, not thinking about the consequences. This is somebody who doesn't know how to be very direct, so when they kind of change their mind or they don't know if they can make good on a promise, they're going to be the last ones to tell you, right? This is somebody who has just not learned how to communicate in an effective, direct way. This can also be somebody who weaponizes communication and silence, so it gives you the silent treatment, ghosts you to try to prove a point. This is somebody who is just not effective with their communication. And I feel like this is what you've been struggling to heal from, is like the damage this person has done. But what this individual coming through is trying to help you with is trying to help counsel you into being able to release this cycle. Release what has happened here, because there is something much better coming your way. I do feel like this is going to be specific to each and every one of your journeys, so it's not going to be, you know, unilaterally the same across the board, but I want to get more insight. Knight of Swords there at the bottom. I feel like some of you are miffed with this person, and the time is finally going to come for you to put this person in their place, whatever that might mean for you. But what is this that's coming in? Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Nice. The Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So a lot of Pentacles. A lot of you are finally achieving stability and success, right? I feel like a lot of you have been working really hard and it's seemingly not going anywhere. It's not yielding anything. It's like, no matter how hard I try, I still can't seem to like get my footing. I still can't seem to find a solid partner. I still can't seem to nail down a good job offer. Whatever it is that you're trying to create, it's foundational, it's long lasting, it is, you know, it's something that you're not afraid to do the work for it, but you're like, I'm doing the work and it seemingly isn't going anywhere. That's not the case. It is happening. What I'm kind of getting here is like, your time of doing the work is just about up, right? You're not going to need to do anything after this, because you jump from the Queen of Pentacles reversed to the Empress upright. Like, you want to talk about Master Manifester? Boom, there she is. And this person is helping bring you divine wisdom, especially in the astral, but not exclusively. This person's helping to bring you divine wisdom to help you manifest all the things that you want, because you deserve it. And this person really wants to, especially if this does come down to trying to manifest a divine partnership, this person understands how beautiful of a blessing that is, and they're trying to help bring that to you. So I think this is just about everything I'm seeing for group 3. I hope this has been helpful. I'm so happy to have you here with me today and to get to read for you, and I hope I get the chance to in the future. Take care, love bugs, okay? All right, bye.